today's video, we're talking about when you should start investing in the stock market and how to know if it's actually the right time for you. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and this question comes up constantly because people either feel like they're too early, too late, or missing something important. So in this video, we're going to be chatting about what needs to be in place before you invest, what actually matters when it comes to timing, and how to get started without overthinking it. This is really important because waiting for the perfect moment is one of the biggest reasons people never end up investing at all. So let's go ahead and get into it. What investing actually is. Investing in the stock market means putting your money into assets like stocks, funds, or portfolios with the goal of growing that money over time. This is not about quick wins or guessing the market. It's truly about long-term growth. To invest, you use an investing platform or a brokerage account. This is simply a service that lets you buy and hold investments. Some platforms are designed for long-term investing and others are more active and give you a bit more control. None of them magically make you money though. They are just tools. And what matters is how you use them and whether they match your goals. Investing works best when it's treated like a system. You put money in regularly, you let time do the work, and you don't panic every time the market moves. Now, let's talk about the real question people should be asking. Most people ask, when should I start investing? But a better question is, am I financially stable enough to invest without stressing myself out? You don't need to have everything figured out. You do need a basic foundation. And that means your bills are covered, you're not relying on credit cards for everyday expenses, and you have at least some emergency savings. This doesn't need to be a huge amount at all, it just needs to exist. If investing feels like it would create anxiety because you might need that money next month, it's probably too soon. If investing feels like a step that you can take calmly, even if it's small, then that's usually a really good sign. Time in the market matters more than timing the market. One of the biggest myths around investing is that you need to wait for the right time. People wait for the market to drop, for the economy to improve, or for things to feel more certain. The problem is that certainty rarely shows up. What actually matters is how long your money stays invested. Starting earlier is going to give your money more time to grow. Even small amounts can make a massive difference over many years. And this is why many people start with long-term investing platforms like Vanguard. These platforms are built for buying and holding investments over time. You're not trading every day. You're not setting up investments meant to grow over years or decades. Waiting for the perfect moment often leads to waiting forever. If you want to check out Vanguard, we do have a link down in the description below. Now, does age matter when starting to invest? Age matters less than consistency. Starting young gives you more time, which gives you more flexibility. Starting later just means you need to be more intentional. If you're in your 20s or 30s, time is your biggest advantage. Even small monthly investments can really add up. And if you're in your 40s or 50s, investing can still make sense, especially if you're focused on long-term growth rather than short-term gains. The stock market doesn't punish you for starting late, it just rewards time and consistency. So just some things to keep in mind. Let's talk about how much money you need to actually start. You actually don't need thousands of dollars to start investing. This idea stops so many people from taking the first step. Many platforms allow you to start with very small amounts and build from there. Starting small just helps you learn how investing feels. You get used to seeing your balance change, you learn how to react when the market goes up and down, and that experience is truly valuable and hard to learn from reading alone. Some people also start investing through platforms like SoFi because it combines investing and banking into one place. That can just make it so much easier to manage your money if you're just starting out and want everything connected. The amount matters less than actually just getting started. If you want to check out SoFi, again, we do have a link down in the description below. So with SoFi, if you use our link down below, as you can see, they have a lot of different offers here. They've got banking, like I mentioned, and then we've got invested. So if you want to start with investing, you can just go ahead and click get started, and then you'll just fill out a couple of things like your name, last name, state, and then it's a really easy walkthrough process to get started. Now, we're going to talk about long-term investing versus active trading. Another reason people delay investing is confusion around what kind of investing they should do. Long-term investing is about holding investments over time. You're not trying to predict short-term moves. You're really letting growth happen gradually. Active trading involves buying and selling more frequently. This requires more attention, more decision-making, and more emotional control. It's not wrong, but it's not necessary for a lot of people. Platforms like interactive brokers exist for people who want more control and access to different markets. These tools make sense once you understand the basics and know what you're doing. They are not required to start investing, but they can be useful later on. So again, just some things to keep in mind when you're starting your journey. But if you're new, long-term investing is often the simplest place to begin. What usually stops people from starting? So fear is a really big one. People worry about losing money, but the truth is that the market does go down sometimes, and that's normal. Over the long term, markets have historically grown, but there will be short-term drops. Another reason is overthinking. People feel like they need to understand everything before they start. Investing actually does not work that way. You learn by doing, starting small and adjusting over time. Comparison also plays a role. Seeing other people talk about investing online can make it feel overwhelming or pointless. Everyone's situation is very different, and what's really important here is what works for you. Now, there are so many platforms out there that you can choose from, but I wanted to touch on a few so you can figure out which platform is going to be best for you depending on where you are right now. So if your goal is long-term investing and you want something straightforward, Vanguard is often used for that purpose. It gives you access to long-term investments options without encouraging constant buying and selling. If you want investing and banking together in one app, SoFi can also be so helpful. It allows you to manage your money and investments in one place, which can feel simpler when you're just starting out. If you're interested in learning more about markets and having more control, Interactive Brokers offers really advanced tools and access to a wide range of investments. This definitely works better once you understand how investing works. So start with the basics first, but once you get to that level, then you can go to things like Interactive Brokers. If you want a beginner-friendly platform that lets you explore investing and learn as you go, WeBull is often used for that as well. It really gives you visibility into the market without requiring you to commit large amounts of money right away. The goal isn't to pick the best platform, it's to pick the one that fits your current levels and goals. Now, let's talk about some pros and cons so you can decide if investing is actually worth putting time and effort into right now. So one of the biggest pros of starting to invest earlier is time. Time allows your money to grow and helps smooth out short-term market drops. You also gain experience earlier, which makes investing feel more normal over time. Another benefit is flexibility. Starting earlier gives you more options later. You can adjust contributions, change strategies, or shift goals without feeling rushed. Now, on the downside, investing always involves risk. Markets move up and down, and there will be periods where your investments lose value temporarily. That can be a bit uncomfortable, especially at the beginning. There's also the risk of starting without a plan, which can lead to emotional decisions, and that's why keeping things simple at first is super important. Okay, before we wrap up, let's talk about some bonus tips for getting started, okay? One of the most helpful things you can do when you start investing is to automate it. Automation removes the emotional part of the process. Instead of deciding every month whether to invest, the decision is already made. This helps you stay consistent even when life gets busy or the market feels noisy. Again, consistency matters more than trying to guess the right moment. And automation doesn't mean you need to invest thousands every single month. You can start really small, and as your income increases, increase that amount every single month. Another important tip is to clearly separate short-term money from long-term money. Money you might need in the next few months should not be invested. This includes rent, bills, emergency savings, or anything you would feel stressed about losing temporarily. Investing works best when the money can stay untouched, even during market dips. This separation alone can reduce a ton of anxiety. Another helpful tip is to start simpler than you think. You don't need a complicated setup or multiple accounts right away. One platform and one clear goal is enough at the beginning. You can always adjust later as you learn more and your financial situation changes. Finally, remember that investing is a skill you build over time. No one starts feeling confident on day one. The confidence comes from starting small, seeing how the process works, and realizing that you can handle normal ups and downs. If you have your basic finances in order and you're thinking long term, starting to invest sooner rather than later is going to be so helpful. This is especially true if you're willing to start small and focus on consistency. On the other hand, if you're currently struggling with debt, unstable income, or no emergency savings, it may be better to focus on those areas first. Investing works best when it supports your life, not when it adds extra pressure. There's no universal right time. The right time is when investing feels like a really good intentional step forward for you. I know how confusing money can feel, especially when it seems like everyone else already knows what they're doing. You don't need to have it all figured out to get started. You just need a simple plan and the willingness to take the first step. If you want to check out Vanguard, SoFi, WeBull, or any of the other tools I mentioned, all of those links are down in the description below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. This channel is dedicated to helping you make smarter money decisions with clear, practical guidance that you can actually use. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.